Those days when I'm tired or worn out or just basically sick of the grind. What do I do on those days? I go anyways. I get it done, even if I'm just going through the motions. I go through the motions.
This is the secret to life. You're not going to be judged by your intentions. You're going to be judged entirely by your results. And the only way to get results is to take action. Action at the end of the day is the bedrock of everything. It's the bedrock of a growth mindset. It's the bedrock of success, of accomplishment. Everything comes back to not what you think, but what you actually make that the absolute core of your existence, that you're not going to be afraid to fail and you're going to move forward. You're always going to take action. You're going to have a massive bias towards action. You're going to create momentum in your life. When you start doing that, when your reaction to every situation is to learn by doing, then you're going to become an unstoppable force. But it comes from recognizing that the most rich data stream in the world comes from action.
I don't really want to work out. I work out. I really don't want to hammer on a project. I hammer on the project. Don't really want to get up and get out of bed. Yeah, I get up and get out of bed. Now, these could be signals that you need some time off. And those signals might be right. They could be correct. But don't take today off. Not today. Wait until tomorrow. Don't give in to the immediate gratification that is whispering in your ear.
If you've embraced that everything is your fault, you are well on your way to achieving whatever it is that you want in life. Now, this isn't about blame. It's not about feeling badly about yourself. This is about simply remembering that you're always in control. And by that, I mean you can always make a different decision, and making a different decision gives you the possibility of having a different outcome. If you're looking to blame anyone or anything external beyond yourself, you then start playing the role of the victim. So even though you may have every right to blame somebody else, it doesn't serve you. So that's why you're going to take ownership of everything you do in your life, down to the last microgram of decision. It's all your fault. And from there, everything becomes possible.
I have the ability, when you walk out of this room, to make you operate in a way you've never operated before. And once you do that, because I know if you're in this room, I know there's something special about you, that once you leave this room and you go from 70 to 120%, there are going to be some things that happen in your life that didn't happen before, not because you didn't have the ability. So this is not an ability room. Like we're not talking about ability. We're talking about activating this greatness that's in us. Your abilities are your abilities. I'm not going to be able to help you to do anything that you do better. Like I'm not going to be able to give you a gift that you don't have. But what I will be able to do is help you today operate in a way you've never operated before. Right? I will help you to operate in a way you've never operated before. I'm going to help you to do some things that you've never done in your life before. And as a result, you're going to be able to go to a whole new level. So we have to start here. We have to start here. Just write down those things, 1 or 2 or 3 things that you have to desperately get done before this year ends. It's desperation.
And I'm saying that if you know anybody that had some goal, some dream, something they wanted to do, and they didn't, then I'm saying that you know in your heart that if someone has done it, then you can do it. It's possible. And that if someone can make their dream become a reality, that it's possible that you can make your dream become reality. And so as you begin to look at where you want to go, beginning to embrace that, it's possible. I'm blessed and highly favored. I've got a lot going for me. I got some good stuff in me. And it's possible that I can bring my greatness out here in the universe. That I can do what I want to do. It's possible I can write my own book. I can have my own business. I can take the trip and travel around the world. It's possible. I can bounce back from adversity and reinvent my life. It's possible. Regardless of where I am, the things can get better for me.
I don't have a choice. I don't have an option. You got to get that done. Got it. Like, I just want you, and I'm not talking about stuff that's kind of important. I'm talking about the stuff that has got it. The ball's dropping and you can't keep talking about it. Like, you will not be able to rest. You didn't get this done. I want you to write that down. I want you to write that. That's where we're starting. I want you to write that down. E.T., like, I gotta get this done, E. Like, E, this is no option. This is not like a vacation. This is not, just making a couple more dollars for the sake of buying a car, a house. Like, E, this is some life and death stuff, E. Like, this is some change the trajectory of my life stuff.
As Henry Ford said, when everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. The reason this is so important to understand is that inevitably there are going to be times in your life where it literally seems like the world is coming after you. And in those moments, if rather than panic, if rather than letting your mind run away from you, rather than getting bitter or angry or frustrated, if you remember in those times that forcing yourself to push through it, forcing yourself to find the opportunity, forcing yourself to find the lesson in that is going to be the very thing that gives you lift. It's actually constraints. It's having restrictions. It's having difficult times. Those are the things that allow people to really find and tap into the thing that's going to allow them to achieve what they want to achieve, because it's going to push you. And I know that's never fun. That's not what anybody wants to hear. But the reality is, if you want to achieve something great in your life, you've got to be going into the hard places. You've got to be facing down the difficult things. You've got to be going down that road that is intrinsically difficult. It's untamed. It's wild. And in that sense that it's coming after you, in that sense that you've entered truly hostile territory, in that is the very thing that's going to lift you up and allow you to do what other people haven't done. That's exactly why the terrain seems hostile. That's exactly why it seems like things are crashing down around you. Because you've ventured into the unknown. But it's only in the unknown that you're going to be able to find yourself. It's only in the unknown that you're going to be able to accomplish something that other people think is impossible. Because they only think it's impossible because no one's ever done it.
You won't need that rest. Chances are you will realize that the desire to rest was just weakness. It was just the desire to take the path of least resistance, the downhill path, the easy path. And by simply going through the motions, you overcame that path. And you stayed on the righteous path, the disciplined path. You stayed on the war path.
You want your stuff? It's necessary you take responsibility for it, that you make it happen, that you don't give up, that you don't take any objection or disappointment or defeats personally, that you keep on keeping on, that you don't decide that I can't make it because you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, that you realize that's a part of the program. It's necessary that we never give up. We know that it's you, it's me, it's being responsible for our stuff and deciding that we're going to keep on keeping on, that we're going to find a way to win or find a way to make it happen. And we know it's hard. It's not going to be a picnic. Yes, it's hard, and we will do it hard. And once we do it hard and we go through it, we realize it was worth it. And once you discover it was worth it, it is done.
And so every day when I woke up, I remembered the people that this degree would affect. And so the days I did not feel like studying, the days I did not feel like writing, the days I wanted to sleep on the plane, I thought about CJ and his family. I thought about Carl and his family. And I said, E.T., keep going. Listen to me very closely. The reason why you stop and start, and you stop and you start, and you stop and you start, is because the goal is not meaningful enough. There's something about the goal that if you quit, it's not going to hurt nobody. If you quit, it's not going to change nothing. If you quit, it's not that deep. Look, this is what I need you to do. So immediately when I left that house and I made up in my mind that I was going to get the PhD, I remember immediately doing a TGIM saying, all right, it's over. It's over. A year from now, I will be Dr. Thomas. And I just didn't speak it into the atmosphere. I spoke it to people who would hold me accountable.